Have you ever noticed that the cards from Ace to 10 are more than just isolated images, and they unfold a story with each suit telling its own? Today, I'm going to reveal one of them. Get ready for the collateral effects. Once you see the full picture, there's no going back. You'll never look at these cards the same way again. You'll unlock a whole new level of understanding. Let's dive in. There are moments in life when an opportunity appears, sometimes as expected, sometimes arrives out of nowhere, offering the possibility to improve or to create something from the ground up. It could be a job, an opportunity to learn, or a path that promises growth. Often it comes with the promise of stability, success, or recognition. It feels like a reward, a sign that our abilities are recognized, or that all past efforts were leading up to this. It's the possibility for a fresh start, to make a step forward, a way to secure the future. At the time, we might not fully recognize the significance of the opening door in front of us, but when we step through, it can change significantly our lives. In these moments, the choice seems obvious. Why hesitate when an opportunity stands right in front of you? Yet, a quiet thought may linger beneath the surface. Is this truly the right path for me? Every opportunity comes with a choice. It's like standing at the shore, watching two ships in the distance, each offering a different kind of journey. One is large and powerful, built for long voyages, steady against the waves. The other is small and agile, able to change direction quickly, moving freely with the tides. The bigger ship offers security, a structured, predictable path. But it's slow to turn, requiring great effort to change course. It can only be guided by someone with skill and experience, and once aboard, you are at the mercy of its captain, and stepping off mid-journey isn't always an option. The smaller ship offers independence. It may not provide the same sense of security, but it allows for flexibility, moving with the tides and adjusting to the changing winds. There's no captain but yourself, and the course you chart is yours alone. But with that freedom comes the uncertainty. The open sea can be unpredictable, and there's no guarantee of a safe journey. Standing on the shore and making a decision about which ship to board reveals a great deal about who we are and what we truly seek in life. Each option asks us to align with a different aspect of ourselves, our need for stability or our desire for freedom, our willingness to compromise, or our drive to create on our own terms. We understand the true impact of a choice, whether it was good or bad, only as we live through it, just as he faces the reality of his decision and realizes that he isn't satisfied. What he accepted is demanding, and he feels as he is being forced to do something that doesn't align with his passions. There's a dissonance between what he wants to create and what he is being asked. It's a struggle that challenges him on every level, testing his commitment, pushing him to confront his limits and question his path as he grapples with the tension between his true desires and the demands placed upon him. He boarded the larger ship, the path of stability, the promise of security. At first, it felt like the right decision. The structure, the resources, the recognition, everything was in place for success. But he is not satisfied. Something isn't right. The work isn't his own. He is given a role, he is told what and how create, and expected to fit within the vision of others. His ideas, his instincts, his passion, they don't matter. What once felt like an opportunity now feels like a cage. He wants to express himself authentically, to align his actions with his true essence, to be himself, and to reflect the person he truly is. But here, it's a task, a requirement, a job, not a calling. There is no space for his own vision, only the demands placed upon him, and the path that once seemed full of promise now feels empty. Had he traded his freedom for security? For a long time, he believed that success would bring him fulfillment. He had followed the path that seemed right, the one that promised security, recognition, and stability. And, in a way, it happened. But now, sitting alone in the quiet of his thoughts, he looks at what he's gained. The wealth, the status, they're all there, but they no longer hold the same meaning. Pressing it to his chest, he clutches the most important piece tightly, as if afraid it might slip away. This is the part he refuses to lose or compromise: his creative spirit, his passion, his sense of self. The rest can come or go, but his identity is what truly matters. Leaving behind what once seemed secure was a bold choice. Some said he threw away a great opportunity. But to him, the price of staying was far too high. His freedom matters more than the biting cold against his skin and the snow sticking to his clothes. He could have stayed where things were predictable and comfort was guaranteed, but he didn't. Now, he could step into the church, find warmth, and ask for help. But he won't. He won't beg for mercy. He is not lost and broken. He stands strong. Sometimes in the midst of a struggle, help appears when we least expect it, not out of pity, but from genuine generosity. No demand for gratitude, no expectations, just a quiet understanding and an opportunity meant to uplift rather than rescue. For him, it's a gift of trust, a chance to prove that he can rise above his current circumstances. It's a chance to move forward, to rebuild. He didn't ask for it, yet here it is, offered freely, without condition. He knows that this moment holds the power to shift everything, but only if he chooses to use it wisely. He doesn't dwell on what was being measured in that exchange: his struggle, his potential, or his integrity. The giver placed faith in him without hesitation. Now the responsibility is his. What he does next will define whether this moment becomes a turning point or just a chance left behind. For the first time in a long while, he isn't told what to do. The choice is his, and he decides to repay the trust of the one who believed in him. Because trust is a responsibility. It creates an unspoken bond, an expectation not of repayment, but of honoring the given opportunity. He isn't bound by obligation, but by his own sense of integrity. He wants to prove, not just to the other, but to himself, that the faith in him was not misplaced. At first, he throws himself into the work with determination, carrying the weight of trust like a quiet force pushing him forward. Every effort he makes is deliberate, every step carefully placed. He isn't just working for survival. He's working to create something meaningful out of what was given. The days blur together, long hours, steady progress, results that should feel rewarding. Yet a question lingers at the back of his mind. He brushes it aside, telling himself that the fruits and fulfillment will come later, after more effort, more patience. But with each passing day, he starts to feel a subtle shift within. He realizes that this path isn't his. He's been investing energy into something that felt like the right thing to do, something that made sense, that seemed like the responsible choice. But no matter how much energy he puts in, it doesn't reflect who he truly is, and no amount of effort will bring the fulfillment he truly strives for. He knows he's meant for something else, something more in tune with his natural talents and passions. He knows without doubt what he truly loves and what calls to him. This isn't just a passing interest or a fleeting desire. It's a deep, undeniable pull. Something that aligns with his essence, where effort becomes a joy rather than a burden. So he turns toward it. This time, he'll follow what feels right within. And when he does, everything shifts. The weight of uncertainty, the dissatisfaction of misplaced effort. It all fades as he steps fully into what he was meant to do. There is no hesitation, no questioning whether the outcome will be enough for somebody else. The act of creation itself is the reward. The inspiration flows naturally, driven by passion, not the expectation. He is fully present, absorbed in every detail, every movement. There is no rush, no external pressure, only the quiet, steady rhythm of his craft. It is no longer about proving himself to others, nor about chasing an idea of success that was never his own, nor doing something because he should. It is about the joy of creating, the fulfillment that comes from shaping something that reflects who he truly is. This is the path he was always meant to take. It may not be the easiest or the most profitable one, but it's the one where his heart is fully engaged. And for the first time, he feels a quiet, steady certainty. He is exactly where he's meant to be. The hooded falcon by his side is a reminder to focus only on what truly matters and to stay shielded from distractions and outside noise. There was a time when he felt lost, pulled between what he thought he should do and what he truly wanted. But now he no longer questions his choice. He knows it was the right one. It took time, but he can finally present himself openly and honestly. He's confident in who he is, able to stand on his own, make his own decisions, and take care of himself without relying on others. The real transformation isn't in what he achieved, but in who he became. He no longer hides any part of himself, not even the softer parts that feel, create, and connect. Strength and sensitivity, logic and intuition, discipline and creativity, all now exist in harmony. There's no need to choose between them. He is whole. Years passed, and his efforts began to unfold in ways he never expected. What started as a single decision to follow his passion grew into something far greater than he imagined. He created a ripple effect, inspiring others to pursue their own paths. His story teaches this: be yourself, and the world will respond. It may not bring instant rewards, but in the end, it's always worth it. Staying true to yourself isn't easy. It demands patience, resilience, and the courage to keep going when nothing feels certain. But it's in that space, between doubt and determination, that something powerful begins to take shape. Passion fuels perseverance. Perseverance builds strength. Strength leads to mastery, and mastery creates stability, the kind rooted in knowing your worth, trusting your abilities, and being seen for what you truly offer. You no longer chase certainty, you become it. This story is about being true to yourself, especially when you're tempted by something that looks appealing but doesn't match who you really are. Whether it's a career opportunity, a relationship, a financial decision, or even a lifestyle choice. It might seem right to others or make sense on paper, but deep down, it doesn't feel like you. This story says, don't settle for something that makes you lose touch with your core. Don't trade authenticity for approval. Don't follow a path just because it's easy, safe, or admired. It's a reminder to follow what genuinely moves you, even if it's uncertain, even if it takes time, even if others don't understand it. When you choose what you truly love, you may not get instant rewards, but you stay aligned with your inner compass, and that's what leads to real fulfillment. I'd love to know if what I shared resonates with you. Please feel free to share your thoughts or leave a comment. See you in another video. Take care.